This segment of Bred to Win brought to you by Barristock, trusted by Australia's leading studs and backed by Kentucky Equine Research. Horses come first. Recently, Silverdale farm owner Steve Grant combined with Thoroughbred Breeders New South Wales to hold a conference at Mittagong in the Southern Highlands of New South Wales, aimed at encouraging the local breeding community to attract more staff to the region. And Silverdale itself is a great example of what's on offer for staff in the Highlands, in one of Australia's most beautiful places, with so much on offer for the people who live there. Steve, we know here Silverdale Farm is an absolute showpiece within the Southern Highlands of New South Wales as a thoroughbred breeding farm, but it is also a place where a lot of people live. It's an incredible part of the world, isn't it? To not only be raising kids, but to be working, to be having recreation, whether it's sport or whatever else you want to do.
Yeah, it is. It is remarkable, and I think people totally underestimate it from 2 points of view, of the horse, for instance, but also from a staffing point of view. It's something that we, as you know, concentrate pretty heavily on, particularly with the Silverdale Academy, and we put a lot of work into educating younger people through our industry. And at the same time, we're looking at Silverdale to be an old-fashioned type farm where people live on the farm. We encourage that. A couple of years ago, we advertised for a couple to come to the farm. Both must work on the farm, and we were very happy to find Jared and Therese Jones. Jared's our farmer, outstanding. He does a wonderful job, and Therese has now progressed to the point where she's Rob's 2IC. They've got 3 kids, 1 born on the farm, and that adds to the 8 children that are being brought up here at Silverdale. It's a great place for kids. They're close to a lot of amenities. They've got great schools in the area. You couldn't better the schools as far as per capita. And you've got all sorts of sporting activities. Rob's kids go down to Nippers at Kiama. It's only 45 minutes away. That's just unheard of on most farms. It's well positioned for that sort of thing. You've got great medical and support, you've got a great hospital here, and you've got great community as well, with great restaurants and vineyards and things, as you do in a lot of places, but put it together, it's a pretty tough package to beat. And as far as the horse is concerned, well, probably the biggest thing we hear is it's so cold, but gee, tell me about Japan and other parts of the world where...
Out in the snow,
where they're out in the snow, and the same as Kentucky and those sorts of places. New Zealand doesn't too bad too for a cold climate. So yeah, we're really happy with the horses we're turning off, and now it's really just putting the icing on the cake and having those long-term relationships with staff, again bringing the students through from the Silverdale Academy.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, isn't it? I mean, so many people are lamenting the lack of staff, which is why, of course, you've been running the Silverdale Academy, which has turned out some fantastic people in the industry. But it's also about, I guess, for you, you know, we see the turnover. We see people coming from overseas or general staff from the local community, and they don't stay in the industry. So what you're doing, I guess, is providing longevity for your workforce as well, which benefits the whole farm.
Yeah, it does. It benefits the farm, and it also benefits the industry. It's something we're happy to do, and to help the industry focus on training. I'm sure everyone's noticed the fact of thoroughbred breeders have expanded their training. I know that's as a result of what we're doing, and we're proud of it, and we'll give all the help to everyone we can. We're now talking with 2 interstate groups about training there as well. So to me, that sort of side where people copy what we do, great. More than happy to see that happening, because that was the whole scheme, is to change the industry's outlook on training young people and bringing them on through the industry. Some of the old timers had said to me, you know, you spend so much time on training, you know, they'll end up getting that good, they'll leave you. I said, well, worse than that, you don't train them, they're no good and they stay.
That's a great response, isn't it? And it is great seeing Rob and the kids and Lucy and, you know, watching what they're doing, giving these kids an enormously satisfying childhood with the space that's here and you know, as you said, all the amenities that are around and the sport and so on. But I mean, there's nothing better, is there, than having kids that have got ponies and having this space to grow up.
Rob's son Archie now is training for his cross country. Well, he's running around here of an afternoon and everyone sees him going in that. Rob supports him and runs with him occasionally, and he'll dodge you if you're going to talk to him because he wants to keep going because you've got to keep up with Arch. But that's the good part of it. You know, I was very lucky to grow up in an area where we didn't have a lot of housing around us, and you had those open spaces to play in. You know, we do property development, and these days, yes, we do parks and all those things, but there's nothing compares to bringing up a kid in a rural setting.
So for other farms, you know, that might be thinking, oh, can we, you know, afford to have the staff, or, you know, and have cottages or have places they can live or houses, what would you say to them about, you know, the overall benefits?
Some of the best investments we've made. It's, you know, like if you get good staff and you retain them, it's a big, big saving. You know, you look at what it costs you to replace a staff member, to educate them again into your systems, and everyone turns up with, oh no, well that's not how we do it. Well, unfortunately at Silverdale, that's how we do it. So it takes a lot of training and a lot of understanding the philosophy behind it all. Now, you know, we can't afford to be changing staff all the time. We want to make them very comfortable in their surroundings and give them a good life and make sure they've got nice residences to live in. It's not a hard formula once you get the hang of it.
Rob, the thoroughbred breeding industry is so reliant on people such as yourself. You know, you're obviously a professional at what you do and you've put so much into Silverdale Farm and obviously you're a big part, as all the staff are, of the success of this property. But in return, I guess it's wonderful that the industry and people such as Steve and Eliza Grant can offer you a home to raise your children. It's really special, isn't it?
It sure is, Caroline. No, we're very fortunate to be able to rear our kids on such a beautiful property. I was fortunate, I grew up on a dairy farm, so I grew up with plenty of open space and places to have a horse and ride and do all those sorts of things. And yeah, we're very fortunate to be able to do the same here at Silverdale. As it is at the moment, we've got 8 kids growing up on Silverdale, which is just fantastic, something that Steve and Eliza are very proud of, that they are providing that opportunity for kids to grow up in that rural environment, grow up with the right work ethic, with that hard work, and that work's a part of life and a very normal thing to do.
Well, Lucy, your wife, you know, has worked in the breeding industry, worked at Glenlogan Park as well, and you know, it's great to see that you can have this lifestyle. Tell us about the kids, and you know, there's so much here, as Steve was saying, about what these kids can do, whether it's, you know, nippers or climbing rock walls, or what do you see are the benefits for them of living in the Southern Highlands region?
Yeah, well, just like the horses really, you know, they've got room to grow, up and down hills all day long. You know, Archie at the moment, he's training for his cross country, which is good for him and good for me as well. I get out there with him, and I know we're just very fortunate to have that land where the kids can have a pony, or they can ride their bikes around the farm. They come over to work here and help with the muck out. I'm sure that in time to come they're going to become even more useful than what they are at the moment. Anyway, no, we're very fortunate, and just our proximity, I suppose, to Sydney and the other regions really. And when Autumn Glow was starting off her career, I suppose, we were able to, you know, feed up in the morning and be in there at Rose Hill to see her run and win. And I have to admit that it did take me a couple of years to realise that the beach is only 45 minutes away, but it's been a great thing this year. The kids have both done, or 2 of the 3 kids anyway, have done nippers, and again we can feed up in the morning and be down there for a 9 o'clock start at nippers and be on the beach and be back here again in the afternoon to feed up again. So it's a unique balance that's certainly not available to every young child, and they're very fortunate.
Well, tell me a bit about life in the Southern Highlands. What do you like about it?
That it's like, well, it's like a little bit cold, like we're used to it, and there's like winter soccer goes for a long time. We can go for long sprints around the farm and stuff.
And Edie, you like living here too. What do you like best?
I like the gym a lot because it's fun to climb up the rock walls.
Do you both do nippers?
Yes. We like when it's a very hot day, the ocean's cold, And it's like very like smooth. There's no like seaweed and stuff. We can go like swimming, and it's real fun.
It's fun to go on the boogie boards and it's fun for the waves to catch in.
Like sometimes we've started to try to like practice cricket at our house. That's working out good. And sometimes we'd play a bit of soccer, tennis, on the hoverboard and our bikes, all sorts of things.
Do you enjoy cross country too, Edie?
I like how I train around the circle and it's fun to do it with my friends.
And so tell me then about the ponies. So do you have ponies?
Yes. So we started off riding up at our grandparents' place and then we came down here and then we learned a lot up there. So now we've come down here and done lots of rides down here.
I like because you get to brush them and ride them.
We learn how to like lead them, ride them, do all sorts of stuff with them, brush them, and then the grown-ups just walk them around the loop every day. And then if I'm at work, then I get to see how it's actually done. Then when I'm about a bit older, I could be able to do.
I like it because when other people do it, I can learn when I'm a bit older.
What do you think you might want to do one day?
Work like Dad.
So you'd like to work on a stud farm?
Oh, we are so lucky. We are very, very lucky. I loved horses and I loved the industry long before I was a wife and a mum, and it was very important to me to continue that first love that I had, which Silverdale just gave us the opportunity for me to work, for my husband to work. He's very dedicated and passionate about farming. And then being in the Southern Highlands, such a beautiful area for us, for our kids, so much to do for them, everything's close. So we get to do what we love every single day. We get to go home, spend time with our kids. Our family work-life balance is amazing. We're just so blessed with Silverdale, with the farm, really, and yep. So it's pretty good for us, and we get to do it all.
Do you think many other farms could do this? I mean, there are lots of benefits to it, both for the staff and for the farms.
Oh, absolutely. I think if the farm had the facilities to employ a family, oh, absolutely, the benefits, it's huge. It's huge, but. Yes, for the employer, but for us as a family to be able to work together, to have our kids on farm. Yesterday afternoon we went mustering cows after work. We get to do all of this with our kids because of Steve and because of Rob sort of having this whole family orientation. It would be great for other farms if they had the facilities to do it, absolutely. Yes, for the industry I think it would be really good as well, having more couples come in, you know, it's sort of longevity for the farm as well. So if the farms could do it, absolutely.
We're certainly playing a long game. We're trying to attract the best people that we can and then ensure that we're providing fantastic facilities for them to rear their kids and be here long term and play a long term pivotal part in Silverdale and what our brand means. So Steve and Eliza have invested heavily in the houses that we've put here at Silverdale, but also the facilities that we've got here for the guys. We've got a functioning gym and rock climbing wall, and which all the kids all sort of love, and we've actually got in the pipeline a swimming pool and a bit of a clubhouse there with a pool table. So it is about ensuring that we've got that work-life balance. We work hard, but we want to make sure that there are things for people to do, nice and handy, and a good environment to grow and live.